Archaeocyte also called as phagocytic cell because phagocytic, you know that phagocyte, what is phagocyte? In higher animal or higher organism, we are called that WBC, white blood cell. It helps in to kill microorganism or harmful microorganism entering into the host or organism through which the phagocyte is present. And this archaeocyte also called as phagocytic because archaeocyte causes the death of the microorganism which are being harmful to the sponges. So these are called as phagocytic in nature. Sponges, you are know that the central cavity of the sponges is known as sponges, hollow structure. Now this is the ascombate type. Let's come to the course taken by the water current may be shown as. Look at the water molecule enters to the ostia. Here is the ostia. Water molecule enters to the ostia. Then it passes through the ostia, or we are called that dormant pores. Dormant pores means the pores. The pores where water molecule enters is called as dormant pores, or otherwise known as ostia. Then internal ostia, the tubular-like structure that present ostia to elongated from ostia to the sponges is called as incoherent canal, and this is the incoherent canal. And here is the till now the water molecule contains oxygen and organic substances which are essential for the sponges. Now in mesenchyme, oxygen respiration and digestion occurs. Oxygen exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occur, and the mesenchyme ammocyte and archaeocyte absorbs their organic materials which are essential to them and releases waste materials, organic waste material and natural waste materials to the water molecule. After that, the sponges, the water molecule engaging water molecule moves through the sponges. Here is the sponges. Then we come to the actual function of flagella. Why flagella is needed? Flagella also helps in two types. The function of flagella here is two types. One is it helps in the movement of water, pushing of water. It pushes the water molecules. How? The flagella, here is the flagella. The movement occurs, the water molecule here, the water molecule pushes. One type of pushes because one side here is closed. Here is the only one opening here to overcome or to move out the water molecule. So here is the function of flagella is to push the water molecule, and second function is it protects harmful dust particles, many other materials that are floating in the water molecules. When the two flagella, here is there is a very microscopic level. Here is the one flagella. When it moves, the flagella moves, it covers the waste material. Waste material means not dissolved materials, dust particles, stones, etc. It protects from this type of waste materials and allows the dissolved organic substances in the water. The function of flagella is, and then come to the cycloid type. It is more complex than asconoid type. Here nutrition of sponges is hologic. Hologic means all of you know that hologic means the taken of solid materials. Taken of solid materials in the first year, I think there. Taken of solid materials and in the process ingestion, and after processing it, after absorption of nutrients, in the process of ingestion, the waste material are moved out through the body. This process is known as hologic nutrition. And sponges are nutrition in sponges. In case of sponges, nutrition is hologic, and it is hermaphrodite, but it cannot be moved. And what it is called as sessile? Why? Because in case of Leucosoleria, scientists are observed in case of Leucosoleria, the basal part of the lower part of the sponges are stable. It can't be moved, but the upper part of the Leucosoleria, what happens? It moves or sessile. It moves like wine or the velocity of the water molecule. In the flowing of water molecule in drinking water, the upper part of the Leucosoleria will move. That's why That's why the sponges are called as hermaphrodites with sechari. Next, reproduction. In case of sponges, reproduction are two types. Occurs sexual reproduction occurs and asexual reproduction also occurs. How asexual? First of all, I will describe you asexual reproduction. Then I go to the sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction occurs in sponges by fragmentation or regeneration. Some part of the sponges are broken part of the sponges. When it comes to the contact, it comes contact with soil. It starts the regenerate from its portion, small portion of the sponges. Next, sexual reproduction. The gonocyte layer is flagella. Some flagella of the sponges are converted into male or male sperm, and some flagella are converted into ova. And it is how it is transported. It is one thing is sea turtle. You know the sea turtle. Sea turtle is act as the helps in the transportation of the sperm or ova for fertilization. Another thing is the sea water molecule flows through the sperm or ova flows through the water molecule and on contact with each other they produces new sperm. Development. There is a development. What is development? In case of human, development occurs gradually, but in case of sponge, development is indirect. Why we are calling that development is indirect? There is some larva that is called as I can memorize. Celluloblastic larva or amphiblastic larva. Celluloblastic larva. I have doubt also in this topic, so I have to leave this topic. Regeneration of possible. One method. In case of sponge per day about 20 liters of water intake, and after the digestion or respiration, its capability is 20 liters per day. Now come to secondary. It is the general introduction as sponges, and one type, first type of ascomet type, first type of canal system. Already we have discussed. Then come to the cycloid type. It is nothing, only the complex structure of canal ascomet type. How it is happened? The outpushing of the wall. Occurs in case of the cycloid type. This is the difference between ascoid and cycloid type. And otherwise all are equal. That one thing is occurs that here is an incorrect canal. Here is the excurrent canal. Here is the excurrent canal. Here is the spongiocele, dorman ostia, dorman core or ostia. Here is the flagella. One difference is found here that apophyte, extra apophytes are there. The opening of the radial canal into spongiocele is called apophyte. It is nothing. What happened when the radial canal opens to spongiocele? In case of ascomet type, it directly opens to spongiocele here. Radial canal directly opens to spongiocele. But scientists were naming that at that point the wall of the spongiocele and radial canal. Here is the radial canal. This one is called as apophyte. Named as apophyte. Just tubular-like structure formed due to the complicated structure of ascomet type, and the course of taking of water is as usual. ingressing water, normal pore, then incurrent canal, then projopile, then radial canal to apopyle to sponges to osculum to absent. Then come to the leukonoid type. It is very important and more complex than cyclonoid type. Here what happened? Leukonoid type. Till now, asconoid type, cyclonoid type, here is literally different. Here is apopyle and further folding of the cyclonoid type, further folding of the wall of the asconoid type. But other thing are equal. That radial symmetrical. These things are all equal. But in case of leukonoid type, here is the one occurs that the irregular shape occurs. Means symmetrical. It is not symmetrical. In case of leukonoid type, the radial symmetrical not occurs, but it is also called as asymmetrical because here is the folding is very complicated and the product produced new flagellated chambers are obtained in case of leukonoid type. First come to the point, irregular in shape due to very complicated structure of the cyclonoid and comparison to the asconoid. It is very complicated, so that's why it is called as irregular in shape. Further folding of body wall. I have told that this thing, thickening of body wall. Due to the complicated stage, the sponges develop their body wall to survive in the sea region. Thickening of wall by thickening of wall. Actual approximate time I will tell you. Thickening of body overall underset chambers. Here is major difference here occurs that flagellated chamber. What is flagellated chamber? And why this flagellated chamber occurs? And what is the function? Overall underset chambers, evagination of radial canal. What do you mean by evagination of radial canal? Here is the occurs in case of cyclonoid type only. In case of cyclonoid type, only outfolding of not outfolding of. In case of cyclonoid type, only further folding of body wall. But in case of leukonoid type, the radial canal interregion inside of the sponge also start to reshape or change in shape. That imagination of radial canal. They imagined his radial canal to flagellated chamber for more protection. So these chambers are in some sponges they are found to be oval shaped and in some sponges they are found to be rounded chambers. And projopile, apopyle, all of you know that in case of asconoid, cyclonoid, this thing is here. The opening of the incurrent canal is into flagellated chambers. The opening of the incurrent canal into flagellated chambers. Here what happens? The incurrent canal direct opens into the sponges here. Here what happens? Incurrent canal open into the projopile, then radial canal, then apopyle. Here what happens? That the opening of the incurrent canal into flagellated chamber. Because here is not here now, radial canal is not present, not here. Here radial canal is now converted into flagellated chamber. So the incurrent canal, the opening of the incurrent canal into the flagellated chamber is called as projopile, and the opening of the flagellated chamber to the excurrent canal is called as apopyle. Look at the figure. This is the dormal ostia or dormal pore. It is called as dormal pore. Then here is the incurrent canal here, which is when water molecule enters into the ostia. Here is the incurrent canal. Why it is called as incurrent canal? Because the opening here is before coming the water from here. Before coming water from this point, let's suppose this point is A, this point is B. Before coming water to the A point, it first come to the B point. Because water moves in this way, and this point is known as incurrent canal. Incurrent canal. And this incurrent canal definition is the opening of the incurrent canal into the flagellated chamber is called as projopile. Projopile is here. If it is incurrent canal. Here. It is the incurrent canal. It is the incurrent canal, and this is the prozopile. Where is the incurrent canal end and flagellated chamber start? Here is the prozopile. After water enters the flagellated chamber, the respiration and digestion occurs at the flagellated chamber. So in case of Leukonoid type, after enters water into the flagellated chamber, respiration and digestion occurs. Then what happens? The point where the excurrent canal joint wall of the flagellated chamber and excurrent canal here, second point is called apophyte. Then as usual the apophyte, then excurrent canal, then large channel, then here is the osculum. Here is the large channel. Here is the water root, indensing water, then dormal pore or ostia, then incurrent canal to prozopile to flagellated chambers, then flagellated chambers to apophytes to excurrent canal to sorry, I have to leave one thing that sponges. Here is the sponges after coming to the large channel. Here is the sponges the water molecule after coming to the large channel, so it moves to the sponges after sponges to the osculum to after osculum it moves out to the ostia. It is the due to extensive growth of mesenchyme and soft dermal pores. The Leukonoid type also found are three types. Only little bit different is there. That is Euripilus and Apodus and Diprotodon type. In case of Euripilus, only in case of Euripilus, only 2 to 3 difference is there. That is hypopore, sporophore, and incurrent canal folded sporophore, etc. Hypopore, what is hypopore? Hypopore is the what is hypopore? In the basal part, lower basal part of the sponge, the absence of flagellated cells. The basal part of the sponge is without flagellated chambers is called as, so that's why it is called as hypopore. Hypopore means without flagellated chamber. Without flagellated chamber means absence of chorocyte. Absence of chorocyte means polar cell or coarnodon. Absence of coarnodon is called as hypopore. It is found to be in Euripilus. And sporophore means the presence of flagellated chamber. The presence of flagellated chambers. And here is the emission of radial canal. But here is the definition vary in case of Euripilus because due to hypopore and sporophore. Here the definition of incurrent canal is the folded version of the sporophore, because incurrent canal includes flagellated chamber. Because without flagella does not respiration and exchange of gases cannot be occur or digestion cannot be occur. So as sporophore contains flagellated chambers or flagellated cell or gonocyte cell, that's why the definition of incurrent canal is folded form of spongophore, or folded form of spongophore is called as incurrent canal, because sporophore is one layer which have the flagellated chambers. It is the only difference in Euripilus or some modification in Euripilus. In case of Apodus, the apophytes means the excurrent canal, the wall between the excurrent canal and flagellated chambers. Wall between excurrent canal and flagellated chambers. Here I have played the apophytes. So what happens in case of Apodus? What happens? This apophyte elongated or prolongate. It develops some area, or prolongation of apophytes is called as Apodus. And in case of apophytes, the water group is written as apodose. Only the omission of apophytes and addition of apodose. In case of apodose, nothing. But in this book, you are doing many hard work that remembering many things. In case you are not remembering different canal, prosophytes, flagellated chambers, and etc. Only one difference is one thing: omit the apophytes word and put the word apodose. Because here difference in definition is apodose the prolongation of apophytes, and in case of diploidal type, is prolongation of prosophyte. Here is the prosophyte. Here what happens? Prosophyte is 1 point. Prosophyte is refers to a 1 point. Or just opening point is called as prosophyte. Here what happens? Prosophyte is looks like that. Here in case of Leuconoid type, suppose it is a tubularized structure. Here is the flagellated chamber. Here we call as what? Call as apophyte. And here is called as prosophyte. Sorry. Here called as prosophyte. Because the opening of infrared canal into flagellated chamber, I have told you that the opening of infrared canal into flagellated chamber is called as prosophyte, and the opening of flagellated chamber into excurrent canal is called as apophyte. But in case of apodose, you balance to diploidal type. In case of apodose, what happens? This portion prolonged. That means this type of suppose this is a tubular structure. Prolongation of from this region to this region is called as apodose. Prolongation of prosophyte. And so in case of diploidal type, prolongation of apophyte. This apophyte region prolonged and called as diploidal type. And I have lost some example. That example of Syconian type, you know, Asconian type, you know that is Leucosolania and Clathina. And example of Syconian type is Sycon. And example of Leuconoid type, in case of Eviparous, example is Leucina. And in case of apodose, example is Geodia, Stellata Geodia. And in case of diploidal is Spongina. And in case of Ragon type, I don't know because I have actually most doubt in Ragon type.